And this is what we are saying. Something can be done about it. And so many people can be saved from this. So many millions can be saved from it if something is done about it.
I think numbers are numbers, but when you look into the face, into the eyes of a young woman clutching onto her child and knowing that she has to survive because this baby desperately needs her, you know that you can't step away to prevent something like this from ever happening again.
The launch today of the Decade of Action on Road Safety is a very significant moment for humanity. This is one of the biggest killers, especially of young people in the world today. And here the international community has decided enough is enough.
This UN Decade of Action for Road Safety is for everybody. We can save millions or billions of lives.
I believe in the Decade of Action for Road Safety because it's through action that the number of people that die on our roads shall be reduced.
If we actually do the job to make the roads more secure, particularly for the most impoverished of the world, particularly for the children of the developing world, we can save up to 5 million lives over the decade.
Enormous numbers of children die on the road. I mean, that's a scandal. That's something that's an embarrassment to us all. I really welcome the UN Decade of Action for Road Safety.
But it is here, it is right here on the streets that we need the action to take place. And I believe in the Decade of Action for Road Safety because I know it will save millions and millions of lives.
I'm from Kenya and I believe in the Decade of Action.
The UN Decade of Action is very, very crucial. It's very, very crucial that we participate in that. As an African mother, we've got a responsibility to ensure that children are able to go to school, even if as pedestrians, and come back home safely.
My child was coming home from school when he was hit by a car. I don't know if my boy will ever recover. We have little hope left.
When children are maimed, when they are killed for these tragic reasons, whether it's the lack of road safety or the lack of access to clean water, it devastates communities and it perpetuates the cycle of poverty. And so breaking all of these causes of unnecessary death and suffering are crucial for achieving the Millennium Development Goals and helping communities and nations to break free of the poverty trap.
We have developed a global plan for this decade to make sure that we all agree on what needs to be done. This should really be a decade of action, from the management and the data collection to improving the infrastructure in the roads, to improving the vehicles, change people's behavior. Only 15% of countries in the world have the appropriate legislation on 5 key risk factors: seat belts, helmets, drink driving, speed, and child restraints. Many countries don't have the resources to invest. The next step is, of course, to be able to fund the activities linked to this plan.
About 10% of the World Bank's active portfolio is devoted to building roads. So we're looking to apply a safe system approach.
If in this decade we can focus on a few simple things, because there are solutions and they're measurable and they're implementable. It's a solvable problem.
It's a hard task for the government to actually just fix the roads, in a proper way, because so many of these accidents happen because of the poor quality of the roads. And if the roads can actually be improved, you can imagine how many people will sleep peacefully in this country. How many people will actually enjoy their life the way it's supposed to be? How many people?
I listened to one of our leaders talk about the statistics, and I just lacked the power to tell him it's not the numbers. For us, it's not numbers. For us right now, it is a person. It's not quantifiable in terms of numbers. The value of a human being cannot be quantified. How about the grandchildren she would have brought home? There should be nobody dying from the road accidents. On my heart, I place the badge representing the Decade of Action. This is a badge we all need to place on our hearts because this is action that must come from our hearts. Let's move on to a decade of road safety.